you do with that when volatility is this low?
Keep doing what you're doing. Momentum is a powerful force, my friend. Remember physics? I mean, if you want to step in front, go right ahead. But that's not my job description. And I don't think you can think of anything that's not positive right now. And you missed out. You just mentioned how NVIDIA led, Apple led, now Tesla. But don't forget about Meta. Meta actually started this whole ball game, back in November.
F equals MA, I believe is the equation you're looking for, Alan. In this case, the M is the mass of the market cap giants, and the A is the acceleration of AI. So how come you're trading JD this morning and going the China route? How come you're not buying a bunch of NVIDIA or AMD or some, or Oracle ahead of earnings?
Risk reward, my friend. We've talked over and over again. Look at the plays that we've done. It's about risk reward. It's about stocks that haven't made the move. I'm not, the Belmont was yesterday. I'm not the guy that jumps on a racing horse as it comes by. All right? I like to start at the gate, and this is a gate stock. It's been making a bottom base here between, 32 and 38 here for a couple of months. It's got my bullish divergence, which I look for as my sign that the sentiment is about to shift. And a breakout of this range, that $6 range that targets 44, and there's so many gaps up above. There's a gap at 40, there's a gap at 55, there's a gap at 60. So there's a lot of positives if the stock can just break out of that range between 32 and 38.
So you're looking for a reversal higher here, and what kind of breathing room you got? Where do you set the, draw the line if it doesn't happen? Because it's been a pretty weak stock.
Right, it has. Now, we've gone through this cycle where tech has led, then the S&P broke out, then the Russell 2000 small caps broke out, and now we're looking to see if the Dow can break out and play ball, and that's what we're looking for. Same thing with this stock. It had been significantly higher. A lot of disappointment, been straight down, but it's made that bottom base, and I've seen that leverage buying and options that I look for is my indicator. It's money. Follow the money flow, and money is going into this stock in a bullish positioning, and they're using options. So I'm going to follow the lead on that and go that route. So you are right. I'm going to buy time. And I'm looking at a September 32.5 call. Again, that low is just below 32. 32.5 call. September's got 3 months, 70-some delta, and it's trading for about 6.5 or so. It's $4 in the money.
Okay, 32.50 in the money right now. Looking for JD to turn around, and you're not concerned too much with the China narrative necessarily. You're just seeing it as a big tech play, different part of the world, but generally the big tech plays move together.
Right. Trade what you see. I mean, I've been saying it for months and months and months. Not what I think, not what could happen, not what, the concerns are. Trade what you see. And that gets back to our physics lesson of today. It's about momentum, and you look for these these laggards to play catch up. And I think this is a solid opportunity. Gives myself some time, and a breakout to that, fill in that gap at 40, get up to that 44. That option will be $12 in the money. It's gonna nearly double in value. So look at it. We've got a lot of upside potential, limited risk, and let's look to the market sort again. New highs in the S&P Friday, new highs in the NASDAQ Friday, not all-time highs, but relative highs, 10-month highs, 8-month highs. So, I know people are thinking that this is not real. Well, guess what? Money is made on the upside. If you haven't been long, I've said it before. Do you want to say it for me?
Follow the momentum, Alan. F equals MA.
You've been wrong. If you haven't been long, you've been wrong. That's it.
Hey, Alan, is there a level at which you get into the S&P? I mean, is, the potential for the starting point? You said coming out of the gates instead of jumping on the horse as it goes by. What if we get through some of these big levels like 4,300? Is that an effective gate, to join in the party on for the broad market?
Well, it is, but I've been waiting for some pullbacks, and there haven't been any real profit-taking pullbacks. I'm looking for a little bit of rotation, maybe some money to move out of the big movers. And, I think the Dow obviously has a great risk reward. If you look at a couple of these Dow stocks, and I think the banking Dow stocks are probably the best ones to look at. I'm waiting patiently for a little bit of a pullback to kind of load up again on the S&P. But that breakout about 4,200 is solid, significant, and it targets a move up to 4,600. So there's still a lot left. But for me, I like to, buy when things look bad, and we just haven't had any really bad days to jump on.
All right. There it is. Thanks, Alan. Appreciate the thoughts. And nice job being on the right side of the bullish trade here the last couple of months. Alan Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. Now the question is, will the strength go so far to squeeze the shorts? And what hasn't been already squeezed? We saw some pretty eye-popping moves in stocks like Carvana and Blue Apron over the past week. So it does seem like some of the shorts have been getting pressured. Let's go to the data. No team does it better than S3 Partners. They'll be joining us next to talk about where to look for those squeezes and maybe what's already been squeezed. Where's